Before we talk about how to build a pretty spring bed, let's talk about different bed heights, because that's news now. I grew up with a mattress on a slat bed. You probably did too. It was a bit creaky, but it's what we had, and the beds were fairly low. Well, soon enough, we were into mattresses and box spring sets. They kept getting taller and taller and taller, until finally they were about 30 inches before you even added legs to the bed, and always skirted. First it was ruffly, and then it was inverted pleated. And beds got higher and higher and higher and higher, and they started to look silly, and they made your bedroom ceiling look too low, and your headboard barely showed. Now we have gone back to wanting a mattress and a very thin box spring right on slats, because we want to have air under our bed. We want them to be leggy up on feet, just like the old-fashioned beds, and no bed skirts. That's the current look. Now you can be extreme if you want and go to the very low bed, right on the ground, very zen, which looks good in pictures, but it's too modern for the style of my house. I'm going for the hybrid. Not super high, not super low, about 23 inches from the ground to the top of my mattress. Lots of headboard showing. I think that's the perfect height. So how to dress a pretty spring bed. You need lots of different textures and colors and patterns that are complementary, and you want to create light and dark contrast. In this case, I have a taupe headboard, so I put sharp white woven European pillow shams in front of it. All the bedding here is from Luca, favorite Toronto store for bedding, all 100% cotton. Then in front of that goes queen size pillowcases in a black and white print, and then the soft gray, which isn't quite matchy, but notice how the designs match, but the colors don't, because that's part of that layering. And then the stone gray, which I think is wonderful with the white and cream sheets. So you've got lots of layers of contrast: taupe, white, cream, and stone gray. And then a hit of color. Always have to have a hit of color. And this is a neat pillow because it's wide enough that it can cross two sets of pillows. It's a great new shape you might want to look for. And then the duvet with the S curve, so you can just pull it up when you're cold at night. It adds that nice cushy layer at the foot of the bed, and it ties back to the pillowcases. One more detail is the top sheet has this embroidered edge. It's actually chocolate brown, which is nicer than matching it exactly to the gray. It gives, again, a little bit of contrast. And I like the bedspread to just hit the side of the bed, so you don't have to tuck it in and you don't have to pull it out at night. Pretty easy formula for a perfect spring bed.